Now, we move on to business. Artificial intelligence has high cost barriers that could be solved with subsidies to democratize access across Africa. This according to Kome, Senior AI Product Manager at Silicone Valley Software firm ServiceNow. She spoke with Arise Business Correspondent Rotus Oddiri at the IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, D.C.
AI project manager and lead at ServiceNow. Thanks for talking to Arise News here at the IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, D.C. I wanted to start off. ServiceNow is a $184 billion market cap company. What does ServiceNow do? I mean, most of our viewers of Eye on Tech on Arise News, they know what ServiceNow is. But for those who don't know, what does ServiceNow do?
Thank you for actually having this conversation in the first place. And I want to correct that. It's actually product management and not project.
Product.
Yes.
Okay, see, and that's perfect because we're going to be talking AI products. Fantastic. All right.
Yes, there's a whole fight, I would say, between product management and product manager. So I like to distinguish myself in that field.
Fantastic.
But excitingly, ServiceNow is an AI enterprise company that builds digital products for large organizations. And when we utilize the software such as the human resource softwares and digital tools, customer relationship management, asset management, and you can think about it more as encompassing all of those data and all of the softwares into one place to help enterprise usage faster, more efficiently, and get their stuff done utilizing artificial intelligence. But most excitingly is the fact that we've advanced into the use of AI and AI agents to help that process faster. So what should take an agent 5 to 10 hours or 5 days to do?
That's a human agent.
Yes, a human agent. Yeah. Utilizing the AI, you could do it in minutes, hours. So it's faster, there's higher productivity, and organizations can actually benefit more in serving their customers. Thanks
for the correction, right? Products, AI product manager. What does that entail? What do you do in that role?
I'm a product leader. I work as a senior product manager in the conversational and AI experience organization. So my day-to-day role is really building AI products on the platform. So what that does is that I'm building innovations that help our chat, search, and voice navigation and systems in the ServiceNow ecosystem. In my day-to-day role, basically from ideation, because now as a product manager, especially when you're faced with AI, is you move beyond just user interface and how cool and beautiful your product is. So in the past, the role of a product manager is really just kind of understanding how customers should utilize your product, working with designers to ensure that the product is really cool and is user-friendly. But now we're focusing more on human-centric products that can understand, interact, and act. So these are like the 3 core that I work with personally as an AI product leader to ensure that in whatever I'm building, how can the AI understand what the user needs, how can it interact with the user in a seamless way, and how can it act on behalf of the user or act with the user as a teammate.
Thanks for the breakdown. So product, not project, all right?
Yes.
So duly noted. Do you think that artificial intelligence is going to be one of the top discussion points here at the IMF World Bank meetings this week?
You know, someone else asked me that question last week, getting into the week, and I said that looking at the trend from the UN, I think in the last 1 year as well, even the UNGA, the conversation around AI has been at the core of every conversation, and it's really between from how to utilize AI to the risks of AI to AI and governance, and just understanding should we not, how can we utilize AI. So I'm very confident that there's going to be a lot of conversations around artificial intelligence here throughout the week. You know, we even have a conversation coming up as well where we're going to be breaking down how to utilize AI for good. So I strongly believe yes.
Managing Director of the IMF, Kristalina Georgieva, she has expressed concerns about a deepening AI divide. She expressed this about 3 weeks ago. Does that concern you in terms of will society will turn into the have-nots, AI haves and the AI have-nots?
I do think it's a very important concern any product leader, especially global leaders, who isn't thinking about the concern of the future of AI and the AI divide is really not thinking as a true leader. So when I'm hearing concerns like that, I'm excited because it's really one of the things that personally and as a youth advocate for AI, I'm also concerned about. I believe that there is a lot of divide going on, data, computing, access to AI funding already. We shouldn't also be including a divide in AI adoption. I also strongly believe that we should move into more inclusive AI. And when I talk about inclusive AI is irrespective of demographic, gender, class, access, sector, everyone needs to be in rooms where different AI systems are being built. Think about it, because when we talk about the fear of AI and the use of AI for unethical things, it's really because of the garbage in, garbage out, because that's how AI works. If you put in garbage in as your data set and your prompting and modeling, you're going to get garbage as well. So we should be thinking about localization, we should be thinking about industrialization, we should be thinking about how everyone in the sector should utilize AI, so we need to stand more, we need to speak more about an AI inclusive system, AI inclusive product, AI inclusive global conversation. So the multinational conversation should be driving towards how can we work together, between the north, south, and all of the regions to build AI faster.
You work for, once again, a company that is a $184 billion market cap over in Silicone Valley. You got a great job, and to some respects, you're highly educated, so you are in a different tier. You're Nigerian, so you know what's going on at home. I've seen interns that come into corporate spaces and don't have laptops, right? And the fact that AI is going to have to be through mobile phones, smartphones, is it going to be about money to democratize it and make sure everyone has access and AI inclusivity? And I guess it's going to be about governments or corporations and so on paying for it. Does it come down to money or trying to spread it out?
Largely, it does.
Yeah.
And
so it's a money issue.
Yeah,
okay.
Largely it does. We need to really democratize the AI systems, and we also need to start putting in fundamental AI usage from the grassroots level in our schools. How can AI, most of, if not all the schools in the United States have artificial intelligence infused into the curriculums now, because they understand that this is where the market and technology is becoming the core. So if we're kind of going back to Nigeria or Africa in general, we need to start thinking that way. I've seen certain jobs opening and just job descriptions in Nigeria, and I'm like, is this job really, does it make sense in Nigeria?
Yeah.
It makes sense in the Silicone Valley, right? And it feels like we just want to copy and paste. But how about creating systems where the common agricultural man or someone in healthcare or the health or even governance as well can utilize systems? How can we break down the use of AI? Because when we think about AI, it's not just the core tech in cybersecurity or just hardware alone. Think about AI in healthcare, think about AI in education, think about AI in the marketplace, really, business people, small enterprises as well. The cost of AI is really high, but there also a need to have governance, and this is from the government level now, in negotiations and conversations about more open access. So let's talk about more AI open sources that enable young entrepreneurs, young just students who are trying to upgrade and update their uses and knowledge, have access to prompting materials, more access to infrastructure as well. How can we move from AI that a bit structured to one side to an open AI system, talking about language infusion. Yes, open AI.
Yeah, Sam Altman. Yeah, go ahead. No, that's clear. That's the point. But go ahead. I guess
language,
what you're saying.
even language infusion as well. How can we create AIs utilizing indigenous languages? How can we create AIs and systems that understand the pain point of the user? Now, it makes sense for me as a global product manager working in ServiceNow. I'm not entirely thinking about a certain type of people. I'm thinking about the global
Everyone,
use,
just
you know,
across the
of
board.
AI. Exactly.
Yeah.
If you are working in as either an agent or a self-service user, I'm thinking about how can I build products that can help the entire world, because we have businesses all over the world. We have customers spread across the world. But if we have product leaders, particularly in a certain region in Africa, they're thinking about the pain points of their people. So they should have access to infrastructure, to data. Enterprise building of AI is really expensive, from data sets to LLMs, to training, model training, to quality engineering, to all of those things that need to happen. So there's a need for that conversation whereby the technology advancement in the West can actually be spread out and, again, maybe subsidized in some form.
Are you seeing enough women in the space in AI? I mean, you mentioned your work with the United Nations and so on and so forth. How are you observing that trend?
Sadly, no, there are not enough women.
Yeah.
And personally, I am a driver for more women in AI. You know, I recently went to my social media and I'm like, I want to start off a personal engagement for women that want to transition into AI. And I'm like, I'm going to help you. I'll send you resources, the tools. I literally will hold your hand and walk you through until you become
like a mentorship.
a mentorship program, and just get that done. I have also friends who, you know, thanks to everyone who said they want to join into that program and system in doing that. But more recently, I'm saying that there are not a lot of women in the space. You know, I get into meetings and global meetings as well, and sometimes I'm the only black woman, and it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And we should change that. There are less than 25% women in AI. We should, because if you're thinking about global utilization of artificial intelligence, and when I speak about inclusivity, this is really one of it.
Yeah.
Because you need to have more women who are putting in their input in policy making, in prompt engineering, in data set building, and understanding the benchmark for AI. But we don't have a lot of women on there. But it's going to change. So with my new role with the United Nations Association Women, one of our key focus is advancing the artificial intelligence and actually creating systems that could help young women actually access resources, have visibility, and being empowered for AI. So I'm looking forward to that role, as well as helping women. So we're hoping that could actually spread across, and not just something that is rampant here in the United States, something we can actually expand
across
the world. I'm particular and very passionate about Nigeria, so I do have some civil societies that I work closely with, so I'm hoping we could actually do the same.
Hey, this has been a great conversation. We wish you the best of luck. Looking forward to the civil society organization conversation later on this week. Kome Igbogidi, product AI manager over at ServiceNow. Thank you so much for talking to us on Horizon.
And thank you for having me. Thank you. It was a great conversation.